Hello, my name is Jeremy Fox. This is my week 3 video review for MDF1. Again, it's week 3 and term is 1210. This week we had to basically create a map kit enabled application that had 2 tabs. On the first tab it had a list view that you click it and it takes you to a details view where it shows a map with an annotation and some additional details about the business that you selected in the list view. And then the second tab is just a full screen map with all of the locations, or whatever you want to call it, from the table, just all annotation points on a map. That would show the call out accessory. So this is my app. The icon I made has a camera on it and says my last name, and kind of like on the top behind it, being that it's the business is a fictitious business called Fox Photography. I used to take wedding photos and stuff, so I figured I never actually made a business out of it, but I was like, I guess that could have been a business, so that would be my fictitious business, is Fox Photography. So if we go ahead and click that, we have our app, and then we have the top, like I said, Fox Photography. We can edit the list to delete events, locations. All of these are the locations based in Atlanta, Georgia area. So like right here, it says obviously the business location is Fox Photography, and then the location is in Alpharetta, Georgia, Roswell, Snellville, Athens, and so on. So if we click one of these guys, we come over, we wait for the map to load. There it is. And then we get additional information as well. So the name of the business location is Fox Photography. Location is in Duluth, Georgia. The lat long, which the customer really doesn't care about, but it was in the notes to display that. So I threw it in there, and then I put a fictitious phone number in there as well. And each one of these has all the same type of thing. So they all have a title, location, lat long, and a phone number. And of course the map at the top, which when you touch it, it shows the Fox Photography location, Beaufort, Georgia. And you can't move the map around. It is fixed. The only thing you can do is tap on the pin or tap off of it to dismiss it. All of these are the same, just different locations on the map, as you see. And then we have the locations map, which obviously we're using a custom annotation with a camera on it and a blue pin. But that's all of our locations in the Atlanta area, as you'll see, Atlanta right there. And so you click one and they all show the call out accessory showing the name of the business and the location. And the last requirement was to make sure that all the pins on the annotation on the map go along with what's in the list. So if I delete something from the list, the annotations on the map should take effect as well as soon as I flip over. And I'm just going to cut this down to just 2 pins so it's obvious that they are in sync. So when I flip back to the map, there it is. There's only 2 on the map. And not only is it just showing 2 on the map, but it actually zooms to the appropriate zoom level to show them both on the map, rather than just removing the pins and say we come back, and they're like that or something. It just realizes, hey, there's only 2 pins now. I'm just going to zoom to the appropriate region to display those in this area. So that's it for the app. Quick overview of the code is I created a custom cell, obviously, for the table view. It's the app delegate. That's just we're creating a tab bar controlling and throwing controllers in it, obviously. Map annotation object, which has a coordinate, title, subtitle, and a phone number. And then one init method, custom init method, which just takes in all those values and we can set them. This is a map manager, a singleton that I created for handling all the zooming and everything of the map, and it also keeps track of our locations. So because they live on this singleton, I can update it and it will take effect on both the list and the map that are referring to this original object. So if we take a look at the list, we have locations right here, which is just a weak reference to the original created in the map manager right here. So it just points to that. And the same thing in the map. There's another locations that points to the original. So it we can edit it that way. So if we look at the map manager M, we have zoom to fit region for annotation, zoom to fit region for annotations, calculate region, create locations is where we call this right up here in our overridden init. We just set up locations to self-create locations, which just runs down through and creates all our annotation objects and returns them. And then our singleton method to create our shared instance. The location list, all pretty much straightforward stuff. Detail view, again, just straightforward stuff. Overriding the map view, view for annotation to display it on the map. Same exact thing here, view for annotation with our full screen map. And we just set the annotations and then zoom to fit. And that's how, because this is in view will appear, that every time we flip back and forth, view will appear will get called. And I think I'm frozen, or I think I'm still running. So if I do this, yep, view will appear. See, because we hit view will appear, I then remove all the current annotations, add the annotations from the singleton locations object, and then zoom to fit those locations. So that's why it updates every time. And that's pretty much it for the code. What do I think I could have done better? I think there's probably some additional design tweaks and stuff that I could have done. Like going back and looking at it, it was kind of silly of me to put like a title at the top that says Fox Photography, and then each one of these all say Fox Photography on them. I think that's kind of overkill. So maybe I could have done something with like a neat logo or something up at the top, but I mean, there's probably some design tweaks I could have done better. Other than that, I feel like it went pretty well. That's it. So thank you for watching.